Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Key and Todd.
Hey guys, it's Todd and Key.
We are coming to you with a video. Our topic today is going to be
How we met?
how we met. We met in 2017. We met October 8th, 2017. I'm from Los Angeles. Todd is from Georgia. And I flew out here with a friend just on a random visit. And I met Todd in the club.
Just something like that.
Okay, give me your version,
Yeah, she met me in
please.
the club.
And when you saw me, you thought?
Basically, I saw her. She was in Opium. I saw her walk in. She didn't know I saw her walk in. It was hot outside. She had on a leather jacket. But I thought she looked nice, so
Well, I'm from LA, so you can keep going.
leather jacket. If you know you're in Atlanta, it's like 70 degrees in October.
Listen, that is exactly how we met. Like, I was standing there. Honestly, I'm from LA and it's really diverse. And so I was standing in the club looking at all these black people like, wow, all these black people are in the club. No one's fighting, no one's shooting. That's how I was literally in awe. And then I don't even know, like I turned and I think you were just right there. And he said, "You're not from here." And I'm like, "How do you know?" You know, my smart mouth. And he's like, "Because you got a leather jacket on in October." And that's how we started talking.
Yep.
I don't remember the exact exchange, do you?
No, we talked. I went in, so you want a drink?
There was liquor involved.
I got you a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Then I told you, let's take a picture so you can remember this tomorrow.
Yes, because he's like, "You're a little tipsy. Let's take a picture so you can remember this tomorrow. Remember this tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay." We took the picture, and then I was with my friend. You know, I don't know how to pacify this, but
She went to another section, some other guys that she was on top of you.
I literally went to a section with a whole other group of guys and was dancing with them.
Yeah. So we went our separate ways after that.
We went our separate ways. He contacted me the next day. I did not answer. I straight ignored him because I was just afraid. Like, I heard a lot about guys in Atlanta, and this was just not the thought trip to have. So I was just like, I'm cool. So I didn't answer him the whole time I was here. And then I was bored in the airport, and legit, I looked at my phone and I was like, "Any, meeny, miny, mo," because you know I had got a lot of numbers, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So I was any, meeny, miny, mo, and I landed on Todd clearly, and we exchanged Instagrams. I was on Wi-Fi on the plane. We talked a little bit and stuff like that. He told me his real name was Todd Rodriguez, and I believed him. And so eventually he told me it was just Todd. And I was like, what kind of name is Todd? What kind of name is Todd? But anyway, long story short, that's initially how we met. After we started talking, Todd wanted to play games with me.
She got mad I want to respond to a text fast enough or at all, really.
Right, because like, don't do look at me. Don't do me like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get my number and you want to talk to me, then you gotta talk to me.
You're not gonna play these games of what you doing, and then 3 hours later, what you doing? We don't have time for that.
I was busy.
Yeah, and so I told him I'm not gonna talk to you, and he was like, "What?" And he was like, "I'm gonna FaceTime you." He said, "I'm gonna FaceTime you." He's like, "I'm gonna do better," and I was like, "Okay, we'll see." And he FaceTimed me, and after that, I mean, we talked every single day.
Yep. Every day.
All day, every morning, on his commute to work, on the way back. And then he tricked me. He was trying to make it seem like he was just low key. He didn't really do much, you know what I'm saying? You know, the weather was changing, you know, so he was kind of in the house for the first few weeks, you know, talking to me Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, oh, okay, he doesn't do much. All right. Next thing you know, this nigga just is out every day. Like, every weekend, he was just out. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is what you do. Because honestly, I don't talk to dudes that go to clubs, honestly. Like, I don't like you if you go to clubs and if you on social media too much. Like, certain things I don't like. I did like that he wasn't on social media a lot, but I didn't like the fact that he went out all the time, because that's just not the type of guy that I'm normally attracted to. So that was something that I had to get used to. But originally, if I had known that from the beginning, like, I feel like God knew. Because if I knew that from the beginning, I would not have talked to him. I'd be like, oh, okay, like, you're a excuse my language.
Because I go to the club?
I mean, what? I mean, if you go to the club every single
not
weekend,
the club,
though,
go out.
not out
It was
to the
always
club.
out. It was out
To the club. I feel like if you go out every single weekend and you get drunk every single weekend, like if me being a mother with 2 kids in my own business, that's not appealing to me. Like in the stage of my life, like before that, yes, I don't care. I know, but I was visiting. That's different. And then you told me like, oh, I wasn't even supposed to come here. So he made it seem like he wasn't, you know, he don't be going to the club, but he was at the club every weekend.
No, not.
Anyway, we're not gonna argue about that. So yeah, that was, you know, something to get used to or whatever. But he did compromise. We did long distance, and he, you know, would make sure he dedicated one day out of the weekend for me. One was for me, one was for the club, and one was for recovering from the club. So there's that. Sip my tea.
Yeah, whatever.
So
very much exaggeration.
Is it? I mean, correct me, please.
Because I was not every night.
Okay. Every weekend, I could say every night.
Weekend.
Okay. What stood out about him originally was that he just had a really calm demeanor, and he was really a good listener. I talk extremely a lot, as you probably can tell, and Todd just listened, and he attentively listened. He probably faked it, but he listened, and I felt like that I was, you know, being paid attention to, and I really loved that about him. And I did love, like, when he said, you know, I'm gonna call you, like he called. The consistency that really, like, made me kind of fall for him. Because to be honest, when I first saw him, I'm not trying to be funny, babe, but I mean, he's not really my type, for real. You know, like, he's tall, but like, I typically like darker, like, you know, I don't know, probably more lanky, like skinny. Like, I typically have like a type, and he wasn't necessarily my type. He wasn't ugly at all, but it just wasn't. He wasn't my like type, like, oh my god, this dude's so fine. But when I got to know him, he was already handsome. When I got to know him, then he was like, okay, he's fine. You know, because like, you know, personality just brought it out. But I'm just saying, if I was just walking on the street, I would have been like, okay, let me go holler at Todd. Like, you know, it just wasn't that originally. So when he grabbed my attention with laughter, that definitely made it stand out, because he didn't try to like rub up on me or disrespect me. He was very respectful. He was a gentleman. He was funny. And he let me do my thing. He let me go to a whole nother section with a whole nother nigga that he actually knew. Turns out the person I was kicking it with, he knew. Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't know that at the time though.
Yeah, but turns out.
Well, like cuffing you in the club. I just met you.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that was just crazy that the person I went to the section with was like, yeah. But yeah, so that's what made him stand out. What made me stand out?
I love the jacket. No, I like the personality. A lot of energy. Talked to her on the phone. She was interested. She was business minded as well. Caught my attention. She took care of herself. Took care of kids, which is her as well. She's a good mom. And overall good spirit.
But what's the other thing he said?
She has nice eyes.
No, that too. But no, you know what he said? He was like, I really like you because you never asked me for nothing. You never asked me for no money. You never asked me to pay a bill. You took care of your own.
Yeah, that was it.
How did you know that Todd was the one? So we met October 8th, about 5 weeks later. Well, actually, we were talking a little bit, and then I think it was homecoming, and he was like FaceTiming me and calling me from homecoming, but I was in Vegas, and I didn't answer till I got home. But I was like, dang, like he's at homecoming hitting me up, like maybe this is something. So that's when I really started kind of like taking it a little more serious. Like, okay, let me see what's up. Because honestly, I never intended on moving or, you know, being in a long distance relationship. I didn't think that was anything that I could ever do. So anyway, like after that first 5 weeks, maybe a couple weeks later, I actually flew out here to see if like our chemistry was the same in person, because we hadn't hung out in person. And so I remember coming, and I was like at the hotel room, and then Todd walks in, and my whole body just kind of collapsed inside, and I was like, this is it. No, but actually after the trip, it wasn't that. I mean, my whole body did collapse because I was full of nerves, and I was nervous, and I was trying my hardest not to have sex with him, because that was my thing. I didn't want to have sex with him. You know, it was just so much going on, because I didn't want him to think I was just trying to have a good time. You know, I wanted something real if I was gonna do it. you know. So for me, I didn't really know he was the one at that point, but when I left, like when I got on the plane, I was like, damn, like, I don't know if he's gonna talk to me anymore. I think at that point I was feeling some type of way. And then once I got back home and we never skipped a beat. After spending that weekend together, I think I knew like right then. And I remember he asked me like, would you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh. Some shit like that. But that is a good point to say. Like when I came here, I intended on not having sex with Todd. Like, so I told him, I was like, I'm not having sex with you. If you can't handle it, you don't have to stay at this room with me. And he was like, okay. And he didn't, he didn't pressure me. We went out on a date. We hung out. We drank. And then we came back to the room and we didn't do anything. And then the next day we went out again. And I was like, do you want to make out? And he was like, for what? It's not going to lead to anything. Like, I feel like he was definitely low-key irritated about it.
I wasn't irritated about it.
Let him tell it.
I wasn't.
And then he tried to tell me like he loved me. Like he said, I love you first, because I think he was trying to get some. So he said it. We were drinking. He said it. I said it back, but I knew he was trying to get some. And then we went to like his friend's Friendsgiving. I got really drunk. I forgot pretty much everything. Lost my phone in the Uber and clearly lost my mind. And so I woke up the next day and was like, oh my God, I did everything I said I wouldn't do. So I thought that he wouldn't talk to me anymore because I didn't even remember having sex. I didn't even remember. I was like, I don't even remember. So yeah, I had every intention on. But I think that even though that happened, and obviously I was drunk, I didn't remember, I was passed out, I was sick, I threw up that night. It was just disgusting. But I think that like Todd knew what I wanted because I said it in the beginning. When I came here, I wasn't like, oh, I'm about to meet him. I've been talking to him for 7-8 weeks. I'm about to bust it open. It wasn't like that. It was just like, nah, I'm straight. Like, because I don't want to leave a piece of me here. And even though I did, I feel like Todd, he didn't make me feel that way because I had already put the intention out of what I wanted. And I mean, even to this day, he's like, well, if it would have went any different, I would have thought you just would have wanted to have a good time. So, but he's respectful,
Of course, I'm the real deal.
When who said I love you first? Todd said I loved you first.
Yeah, you said it.
And he says that he only said it.
I knew she wanted to say it so bad. She said, I don't want to say it first. I said, I love you. So she can say it better.
But he didn't love me at that point. He was just drunk. He didn't love it. Todd is a Capricorn and he opens up very slowly. Like we're in therapy and he just started opening up for real. Like honestly, I've had a whole kid with this man, lived with this man, and he's just starting to crack open the door. He started just loving me probably. I feel like he started loving me like maybe like February, like January, like your birthday. Okay, so I came out here in October. We said I loved you. We said I love you to each other. Then I went home and it was like a couple weeks later and he was like, you haven't said I love you since the first time. Do you not feel that way anymore? And I was like, no, I do. I just didn't know if we were drunk or not. So that's when we started saying I love you. So that was like a few weeks in and he asked me to be his girlfriend. He asked me to date exclusively. Then he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then I flew out here for Christmas and I met his whole family, which was nerve-wracking. But they were really nice. I was scared. But they were really nice. And then I came out here again for his birthday in January. And then I was literally here every month, sometimes twice a month at that point.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. But, and now we're here.
Look where we are.
Yeah.
Engaged.
And with a baby. Well, 3 kids. He went from being a bachelor to a whole dad. Like,
3 girls.
Of 3 girls. So.
Girl dad.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we wanted to keep this video pretty short. We're not going to be long and drawn out. We just wanted to kind of do an introductory thing as we continue to like maybe start kind of a series of different topics. So definitely if you're interested in seeing more about our story or you have any additional questions, make sure you drop the questions below, like, subscribe, hit us up on Instagram, and see you in the next video.